The observation deck of the interstellar trading station, Epsilon Crossing, hummed with the usual cacophony of 1,000 alien species conducting business. Tiberius Chen stood at the viewport, his coffee growing cold in his hands as he watched cargo ships drift through the void. Like metallic fish in an endless ocean, "You are the human called Tiberius." A voice rumbled behind him, deep enough to vibrate his ribcage. He turned slowly. The alien woman towered over him by at least 3 feet, her crystalline exoskeleton catching the light from distant stars. She was Karvathi, one of the galaxy's warrior races, built like living fortresses with skin that could deflect plasma fire. Her fur eyes, ranged in a diamond pattern on her broad face, studied him with an intensity that made him grip his coffee cup tighter. "That's me," Tiberius said, trying to keep his voice steady. "Can I help you? I am Mirabelle of House Theron, fleet commander of the 7th Reach." She crossed her massive arms. "I need a husband, and you need strong offspring." Tiberius nearly dropped his cup. "I'm sorry, what?" Mirabelle's expression didn't change. Among her people, apparently, business was business. "My mate died in the Scorian Wars. Karvathi lost 8. I must remarry within the solar cycle or forfeit my rank and holdings." "You are compatible." "Compatible? We're completely different species, genetically incompatible for natural reproduction." "Yes," Mirabelle agreed. "But the genetics labs can merge our DNA. This is common in the modern galaxy. Surely you know this." Tiberius did know this. He'd just never expected it to be proposed to him like a corporate merger. "Why me? There must be thousands of Karvathi males who would give me weak children," Mirabelle interrupted. "I have studied your species extensively since you joined the galactic community. Humans are inferior in almost every measurable way. Weaker, slower, fragile bones, thin skin, poor sensory organs." She leaned closer, and Tiberius caught a scent like ozone and copper. "And yet you survive. You adapt. You overcome. These traits are genetic, yes? I guess. Evolution. My people are warriors, but we have become stagnant," Mirabelle continued. "We are strong, so we rely on strength. We are durable, so we do not learn to dodge. We are mighty, so we do not need to be clever." One of her massive hands reached out, and a single clawed finger gently tapped his temple. "Humans are clever. Humans must be. I want that for my children." Tiberius backed away slightly, his mind racing. This was insane, completely insane. And yet, he'd been alone on this station for 3 years, managing cargo routes and fuel calculations, slowly suffocating under the weight of loneliness in a galaxy that saw humans as the newest, least significant addition to the cosmic community. What exactly would this arrangement entail? He asked carefully. "Marriage under Karvathi law. You would come to my home world, to my estate. We would commission genetic offspring 3, as is traditional. You would help raise them. In exchange, you would have full access to my resources, my protection, and my status. Your position in galactic society would be elevated considerably." And U.S. Mirabelle's crystalline features softened slightly. "I do not expect love, Tiberius of Earth. I expect partnership, respect, perhaps in time, companionship. My people mate for life, but that life can take many forms." He looked out at the stars again, thinking of his cramped quarters, his dead-end job, the way other species looked through him like he was made of glass. Humanity had made it to the stars, only to discover they were small fish in an impossibly vast ocean. "But maybe that was the point. The genetics labs," he said slowly. "They can really combine our DNA, create healthy children. The specialists I have consulted say there is a 93% probability of success. The hybrid vigor of combining two divergent evolutionary paths could produce remarkable results." Mirabelle paused. "You would be giving your genetic legacy advantages no pure human could possess. Strength, durability, longevity, combined with human adaptability, creativity, resilience." Tiberius turned back to her. "Why are you really doing this?" For the first time, something vulnerable flickered across Mirabelle's face. "I am alone," she said quietly. "My mate is gone. My rivals circle, waiting for me to fall. I need an ally who sees the galaxy differently than my people do. Someone who has had to fight for every scrap of respect they have earned." Her eyes met his. Humans understand being underestimated. So do I now. He studied her, this massive warrior woman who could probably snap him in half, but had chosen instead to propose marriage on a trading station observation deck. It was absurd, unprecedented, dangerous. It was also the most interesting thing that had happened to him since leaving Earth. I have conditions, Tiberius said. Mirabelle's posture straightened. Name them. I want the children to learn about human culture, Earth history, literature, philosophy, not just Carvathi traditions. Agreed. I want to maintain contact with Earth. Visit when possible. Agreed. And I want to be an actual partner in decisions about our family, not just a genetic donor. Mirabelle was silent for a long moment. Then she extended one massive hand. You have courage, little human. This is good. My children will need courage. Tiberius looked at her hand. It could engulf his entire. For our man thought about the impossible journey that had brought humanity from the caves of Earth to the stars. They had always been the weakest, the smallest, the least likely to survive. And they had survived anyway. He clasped her hand with both of his. When do we leave? Mirabelle's expression might have been a smile. It was hard to tell. Immediately. We have a genetic dynasty to build. Husband. As they walked together through the station, the towering Carvathi warrior and the human who barely reached her shoulder. Other species stepped aside and stared. Let them stare, Tiberius thought. Humanity had always succeeded by doing what others thought impossible. This would just be one more impossible thing.